just want to give my praises, all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, and double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, GMS, Shalom to you, brothers, as preaching and teaching His truth across the four winds of the earth. And I want to go into this as the elder Joshua Wamba was listening to this video, and I was like, I kind of want to do a small, light response to it, because there's two scriptures that I wanted to get, right, just to add on to it a little bit, because he's pretty much talking about how, just like the title says, Edomites are guilty, right? And going into all the, the things, crimes against humanity that they're doing, and so on and so forth. And, in the time that we're living in, a lot of people be like, oh, why are you happy that the end of and all this stuff is going on, and asking questions and doing this and that. But in reality, right, people don't understand what's really coming after this, right? But, if the Lord has put that spirit on you to understand and to see, right, what's going on, you understand that the end is coming, yes, but it's not the end of the world as a whole. As in, the whole earth is not going to be destroyed, blew up. This is just the end of an age, and we're getting ready to enter into the new age. So when we see all these things happening, yes, we get happy, right? We know it's going to come with a lot of, tribulation and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we do know, right, that we are a new existence, right? A better existence, a new earth, as it were, right, is coming. And right, because this earth age, right, under these elites, is defiled, it's off, right, wicked, everything's defiled, right. The air, I've seen a video about a dude was time-lapsing, right, a dude was time-lapsing some chemtrails that was sprayed in his neighborhood. So he was outside working on the lawn or whatever he was doing, and in the time-lapse video, you can literally see the trails like slowly just start to disintegrate. And this is the environment we live in. Now, like I said it a while ago, or not a while ago, a couple videos ago, earlier this week, I believe, that every morning I get up, right, and go to work. On the way there, you literally see them like in the sky 24/7, right? And food, and you start to look up some of the chemicals that they're putting in your food, and how your body can't break stuff down, like gellan gum. It's in almond milk. It's in the almond breeze almond milk. It's probably in a lot of other foods, but doing some research on it, your body can't properly break that down, so it causes bloating, gas, right, so on and so forth. But this is the society that we live in, and this is just normal. We're not supposed to just say nothing or do nothing about it. Like, no, this is not normal, right? Food is supposed to yield the proper nutritional values that you get from it, right? There be some type of meat, fish, right, berries, vegetables, herbs, right, so on and so forth. But here in this society, those things don't yield those properties, right? And so we understand that, this new, the age of the Israelites, right, underneath Yahushua, of course, right, we know that the earth is going to be refreshed and made new, right? New herbs. I mean, not new herbs, but herbs, fruits and vegetables and meats, and it's not going to be GMO'd, defiled, and so on and so forth. right? Everything is going to yield its proper nutritional value, right? So I just want to play a little bit of the video and just get, like I said, just got 2 scriptures. Might even just read one of them. But we'll see here. Hold on. All right.
Yo, Miller Lite and Scream, we bombed them, we blew them to smithereens.
Wait, hold on. I hope this doesn't mess up the audio. Thought I turned this off, but okay, I don't know if it's still. Hopefully, it doesn't. The audio is not fully messed up. I know when you record through the thing, which I thought I turned it off, but I guess it's still connected. It might have just cleared up now, but we'll see how it plays out.
How does that help you dumbass Americans? And then when someone calls you a racist, you're racist, dude. You're the biggest so-called racist going. And no other race of people uses their racial superiority to harm others like you so-called white people have done. That's your history. You have a history of domestic terror. Here in the United States, the biggest domestic terror has been done by Edomites. So now that the chickens are coming home to roost, you through. You're out of there. You played out. It's not working no more. It's not going to work. Even when they try to turn the camera onto the Hebrew Israelites and use propaganda to say that we're committing domestic terror, it's not going to work against the elect. The Lord has already signed, sealed, and delivered, all right, on the elect. His signature is upon them. The Thawa, the mark in the book of Ezekiel, the Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, that word Thawa, associated with the spiritual mark set in the foreheads of the men and women that sigh and cry for the abomination. That means that the Hebrew letter Tha looks like an X because it represents a covenant or a signature. So there's no condemnation to the elect. Pookie, Ray Ray, and all of them, and Juan and Maria, you know, all of those wicked, bad figs amongst our people, they got their judgment already. They through. We don't want nothing to do with them either. But the greater sin and the greater judgment is coming to you Edomites. All of you nations, but you Edomites got it. You got it coming. All of the wickedness your government has done, and you've clapped and hipped and parade for it. But now that it's not really working out for the average everyday Edomite, now you want to be mad. Y'all are through. As a nation, y'all are through. And yeah, we enjoy looking at the division between you because you're being cursed. The same things you were able to enjoy, you know, watching our people be the off-scaring and the low IQ monkeys. Now we're looking at you the same way.
Right? And that's exactly what's going on. And I'm going to get this first scripture. And it's going to be quick. All right, gotta get back to the road so I can get into the plantation. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. It says, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right? And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. And that's what's happening, right? We're seeing the role reversal, right? To where, you know, Jacob is going to be on top, right? And then you Edomites are going to be at the bottom, right? It's going to be a role reversal. And that's what we're witnessing. And we don't have, well, you guys don't feel bad. And I explained it already, right? This is the beginning of us getting out of here, right? And you people are going to feel, right, that between the division and the niggatry, you're going to feel everything that we've been going through in Babylon the Great. You're starting to feel it. And we're rejoicing and we're happy, just like how you were. And now we looking at you people on the news like monkeys and niggas. You know, we always looked at you as damn niggas. But niggas and so on and so forth. Right? because this is the fall, and this is how you're going out. It's just nothing but a big gigantic mess. And I made a video with Biden and Hillary was on the questioning stand about the Epstein files and why their names and was mentioned in this and that. Right now, everything, you guys are not gonna just fall and we don't know all the deeds and all the things. Well, not everything. Right? We're gonna know everything in the chariots. Come down. We're gonna know about everything that y'all was doing. But right now, all the stuff that's been hidden for the longest is now starting to come out. And now your own people is looking at you as damn niggas. Like, oh, okay, well maybe the niggas ain't. Well, niggas are a problem. Don't get it wrong. But they're not the problem, right? They are part of the problem, but the big whole problem is you damn Edomites. But then I want to get this last one. Like I said, it's not gonna be long. I'll get it closed out. Ecclesiasticus, this is what 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath the joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. Right? And that is what we're happy. Right? It says, and a man that hath the joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. Right? And we're living through that right now in Lord's will. Right? We continue to live through and see the complete fall and see the coming of the Lord, man. And hopefully we're of that elect. All right, that we get beamed up and be hid from the indignation of the Lord. Right? So we're seeing the fall and we're happy. Because we know that this is one step closer to us getting out of here. And you people are finally being exposed to who you really are. Right? Because this whole time you've been in Babylon, you've been portraying yourself as just this Mr. Rogers. Just this happy, soft-spoken, nice, lamb, docile individual that you wear your suits clean shaven with your Axe cologne on, and you just got a nice watch, and you just the nicest person in the world, which nice just means foolish, right? But in these people's terms, they don't know that, right? But you've been portraying somebody that you're not. So now the horns and the true nature of you is coming out, and we're happy. Right, so that's it. Like I said, it's meant to be quick. I might do part 2, might add on to it, but like I said, I gotta keep going. I wanted to pull over because I didn't want to read it while I was driving. Plus, I gotta look at the direction. So, all right, so that's it, man. We give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Shalom.